Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my page. I know it's been quite some time. I have not uploaded any video. I was actually not feeling well for about a week and a half mentally, so I decided to take a break and, try to gather my faith again and trying to work hard on my faith, trying to gather thoughts and, how to just keep trying to look for God. I know that we all tend to go through those moments. We all sometimes have a moment where we need to step back and we're tired or other days we're hurting more than others. And I felt like that was my situation this past week. But the moment I was able to feel better mentally and, was ready to even have a little bit of energy, I chose to come to the park, talk to the plants. I know that sounds funny, but trying to get with nature as much as I can. Now, I live in Texas where I definitely have a blessing of being more with nature. Just the heat is a little hard to deal with sometimes, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I am a California native, born and raised in California. Well, a little bit raised in California because I was also raised a little bit in Ecuador. My parents are from South America. But going to California, the weather, it's amazing, especially when you go hiking to the beach. But we moved here about 7 years ago, and it's been a blessing. I don't regret it. I think it's awesome, and I have been able to more be in touch with myself and being able to have a more of a spiritual growth being here in Texas than when I was in California. Now, I want to tell you something that I thought it was important for me to share. Today I had a conversation with my daughter, and a lot of these, questions that I have had, they seen those questions in my daughter. It's kind of inspiring for me because she is barely getting to know the world. And now that I know a lot, well, not a whole bunch, but some of it, I'm able to look at her and see those answers a little bit more clear for me. And it helps me to kind of see that in previous moments when I was little and being a teen and my early 20s, it helps me to answer them, and it helps me to go back and see, okay, this makes sense to me. This is what God was trying to do with me. And it helps me to put more clarity towards the future and maybe be a little bit less afraid of it. So my daughter had a question today. She shared that she started crying in school one day last week, and she did not know why, and she was overwhelmed, and if that was just weird, if there's something wrong with her. And I immediately noticed that I have had many moments like that. And I explained to her that it's not weird. It's not that there's something wrong with her. It's not that she's broken. It's just sometimes we have so many emotions that we're holding in, right? For her, it's school and, going to college and so many things that she's going through. It helps me to see that we get overwhelmed and we have a moment where we break down, and it's okay. It's okay. It's something that we're holding in and we need to release. And I was able to see that from her. And I know that now I have had those moments, and it's okay to cry. I explained to her that life is not easy, but when we live it, despite our whatever we're going through, our challenges, life is beautiful once we go through those challenges, and then it helps us to also look back through those challenges and see, wow, I became this person. I did not know I had that strength in me. I did not know that, I was capable of making those decisions, and it helps you to feel better. So whatever comes more in the future, you're ready because you already went through something. And I thought it was beautiful how she was asking all these things. And, me letting her know that God even tells us in the Bible. I remember reading something in John that I'm going to post it, with this conversation, where it says that life is not easy, but Jesus has already taken care of all this. And I think that to me tells me that Jesus knew that this life was not easy. I mean, he lived it, he was here as a human, as a man, and he was able to experience a lot of hate, a lot of things that was going on in the world. And I think that to me, that just validates that he knew that when we would make the choice of coming to this world, that we were going to have challenges, but that he was going to be there for us. And that is a beautiful thing. And that is something that I found grace today with the fact that I was struggling for the past week and a half. But it helped me to get connected with God, because when I have my moments, I'm not going to lie, I get so frustrated with God that when I go to church, it gets challenging for me to connect with the word. But God will find the ways on how to get my attention. And today he got my attention with my daughter, with her asking me that question. And it gave me energy and motivation to want to do this video, to get out, 3, to look what's around me that I can, control at the moment, whether it's things in my house or my bills, things like that. And I thought that's a blessing. That was a blessing to me. And I want you to know that whatever challenge you're going through right now, it's okay to sit back a little bit, cry if you have to, but know that you will get through this. You will get through it, and God will be there, and he will meet you at your worst. What he is wanting you to do is that when you get that 1% or less than 1% of an energy, get up, go outside, go for a tiny little walk. And I feel like that kind of sort of moves you a little bit more to doing other things. And that's inspiring. And be grateful for the things that you were able to do, whether it was just doing the dishes, whether it was just taking a walk, whether it was just going outside and going to the park, whatever little thing, just think about it deeply in your heart and know that it's a blessing that you were able to do that day. He's not expecting you to immediately go for a marathon and, or build a house or make a big investment. No, he just wants you to just get out of bed and move a little bit more than what you did yesterday, or a little bit more than what you did an hour ago. And you'll find encouragement in those movements. You'll find encouragement in those movements. You'll find clarity in those movements. And I did this today, and I think it's important that we do it all the time. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it, for being in this journey with me. I know it's not easy. I know that a lot of times we wonder, well, why can I have faith like certain people that we meet on podcasts or that we see on podcasts? For me, it's always been, why can I have faith like, George Yanko, or, certain religious people or Christian people that I find on YouTube. But I find it that all of our journey is different, and they might not share what the hurting that they're going through, but I'm sure they go through hurtings, and I'm sure they go through moments where they question God, and we all have that, and we're not perfect. So thank you for being here. Appreciate it. If you like this content, please subscribe, hit the notification for likes, leave me any comment, tell me what you did today. How were you able to achieve anything today? Again, thank you for being here and share this content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.